Got a pond update for you guys. Some good, some bad, and the ugly. Let's start with some of the good. Water clarity. It is on point. Look how clear that water is. Obviously out there it gets a little deeper and the dye takes over. But look just how pristine that water is. There's a bunch of tadpoles. And the pump from RPS is still rocking. I'm obviously yet to do my little waterfall thing, and we'll get to that at some point. I did also notice we're starting to get some algae buildup in this area, and I'm guessing the water in this area is higher in nutrients because of that well water than everywhere else. But yeah, this thing's still kicking, still pumping it out. Between this pump and the heavy rains we had this spring, the pond is pretty well full. We'll look at the overflow here in a moment, but up significantly from last fall, about 2 or 2.5 feet. And back here where the swamp was is mostly dried up and cleaned up. I've now pulled the Champion pump out of here, the trash pump. Will not be needing that anymore because you can see here the water has a land bridge. Wouldn't even make it to my pumping hole. I actually have been thinking a lot about what I'm going to do with this summer. I talked about putting a drainage tile in and running it that way. Need to buy transit first, but I believe it's possible I could cut a swale through here. It'd be pretty deep in some spots, but get the water to run naturally back toward the pond, around the pond, and down over the hill without having to mess with pipe. But TBD, this area looking great. And all this area out here, the grasshopper still knocking it down, 24 years old. And if you ever wondered if pond dye works, I don't know if you can even catch it on camera, that pipe that I put in here in this cut, it's a white piece of Schedule 40 4-inch drain. It's about 2 feet underwater there, and you can barely see it on account of the pond dye. A little bit of algae over here, but not too bad. There's a golf ball there. I don't know if you can see that. It's amazing how different this pond looks, A, with a bigger footprint, but I think mostly it having come up 2.5 feet, and the amount of wind the water now catches. We never used to get kind of this ripple all the way across the pond because it was sitting down so low. It just didn't kind of grab the wind like it does now. So Adam, you just rattled off a lot of good. Yeah, the good does outweigh the bad most days. But if you look here at the overflow, we are not full. And so we've had, I think, the 6th wettest April ever recorded. And we had about 6 or 7 inches of rain. 6 or 7 inches of rain, and that pump is putting out 20 plus gallons a minute all day when the sun's shining. And we're not full. Remember that little leak? Yeah, we're still fighting it. So in a couple different videos, I talked about how we thought the dam right here was leaking. And you guys hear that? There's a lot of water right here. You can see the tracks where I mowed it yesterday. That got stuck. It is very soft. I'll bring you over here in just a second. But we speculated that the dam was oozing water out of the backside here, and we'd never had that happen before until the pond came up 2.5 feet. Last summer marked 5 years since this had been built. There was never water up kind of against this dam, if you will, or brim. And so we've never had to test it before. And so I would bring the golf cart through here last October, and this area would get squishy. And as you can see, there is a ton of water here. Now, I know this is all clay. This was all packed in with a bulldozer. Camera won't do it justice, but I would say it's 4 or 5 feet that we've added from virgin ground to have this dam. There are certainly some wet spots in the back of the dam, so that kind of led me to believe that the dam was leaking. So I went out and bought all that Dam It product. As soon as we get over here to the wood area, this area is all dry. No big deal, perfect, no issues. And as we loop around to the right side here, the dam still kind of exists for probably another, I don't know, 60 or 70 feet. And this area too, while not as wet, is still holding some water. It's spongy, but it's not like a lake like the other side was. So something happened last week that now has me questioning whether the dam itself is actually leaking or not. I know that sounds crazy because there's water just behind the dam, but let me show you what I found. So here we are by the barn, and I noticed that there was one area a while back that was just seemed to be holding water. There was a bunch of leaves that were wet, and this little ditch that comes off the field was not throwing any water down this way, but these leaves were wet that were right here. It was kind of like that area here. So I started digging, and I found what I thought was either a natural spring or perhaps a clay tile buried deep in the earth off that field, because this was just producing water. But hey, it was in March and April. That makes sense, right? However, it's continued to produce water even after all the rains have stopped, when other field tiles in the area slowed down. And as I was walking out on this gravel path to the barn the other day, I glanced down here. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but that water down there looked just a little bit blue to me. So I thought, well, you have pond dye in the pond. Let's just humor yourself here and check and see if the water coming out of here is blue at all. Doesn't look it right now, and that flow seems to have slowed, but let me show you what I found. So this is a bottle of water that I pulled from that opening down there. Looks like a clear bottle of water. And this is a bottle of pond water. You can absolutely see the dye in this one. This one, not so much. And my shirt may not be helping, so we'll throw them on here in a minute. But let's compare it to a bottle of clean well water. So here we have pond water, leak water, well water. Let me throw them on the golf cart. And I pulled this water a week ago when I was noticing this leak. But well water, leak water, pond water. So if we separate them a little bit, I assume you guys can see the blue in there. And with that pump not being able to keep up right now, and it's like 56 degrees today, I don't think we're having that much evaporation, and the pond to be dropping, we are certainly losing a fair amount of water. Obviously a lot of it is going right here, but I do think some of it is going on the other side of that barn. So that left me very puzzled, because it would seem we have a leak in the dam, but we also have a pipe somehow siphoning water off the pond, theoretically, if that dyed water makes sense. By the way, I pulled some of that water out of there in, say, I don't know, March, and it was clear as a bell, no dye. I had then added dye and saw it come through, so I'm pretty confident that water is coming from the pond. If you've been with the channel for a long time, talking 3 or 4 years ago when I did this, you'll remember when we dug the pond, we did find at least one clay tile running through the field. And one end was kind of right here in front of us. There's a video explaining all this, but I'm going to explain it to you again anyway. So there was a field tile running kind of from that corner there this way, and it ran right through here. And so now we're on the other side of the pond. You can see remnants of the clay tile, and right in this little inlet here is where the clay tile that ran back that way was actually helping feed the pond. Before the pond was full, it was pushing water into the pond. And when we dug the pond, we found remnants of that clay tile kind of all throughout this stretch of the pond. And so again, back up 3 or 4 years ago, no big deal, because that end was bringing water into the pond. But then I soon noticed there was a pipe sticking out here on the bank, which was probably out here at the time, and it was starting to draw water off. So one day I came out here and just plugged that in the pipe with some clay, and then the pond came up an inch or two. So what I do? Well, again, there's a video about this out there. Maybe I'll drop it in the comments below or the description. But right about here, I brought the backhoe out, came back, found that pipe, severed it by about 3 feet or so, and packed this end full of clay and then the hole full of clay as well. So while there was a pipe at one point pulling water off the pond, it's been severed right here, and if any water was to make its way through that pipe, get into this area here and then go down, it should be very difficult because there's no pipe anymore. I would think we'd have a massive sinkhole. So in chatting with my good buddy Chris, who happens to live right next door and helped me dig the pond, well, along with a farmer who had, you know, all the equipment, he says he vaguely remembers there being more than one tile. And we started digging on this south end of the pond, and I wasn't here that day when they first started. So if there was a field tile out here, I probably didn't have eyes on it. And again, it's been 6 years. So here's what we are theorizing, and I want you guys to help weigh in, because I'm baffled, confused, and I don't want to throw all that damn it product out into the water if I don't need to. It's not cheap. So we're thinking that there was more than one tile kind of coming north to south. And somewhere in here, there must be another one that's pulling water off the pond. And it's our thought that, let's say there's 1, 2, 3, whoever many, just say there's 2, and perhaps one over there. If there's field tile running north and south, because again, if this was a farming field years ago, who drops one tile in a 6-acre field? There's likely more runs than one. But we're thinking that there's a piece of tile pulling water off the pond. And it probably comes toward the barn, and maybe 2 or 3 of them wire together somewhere up there, and then they go out that one pipe on the other side of the barn. That pipe on the other side of the barn is obstructed for sure because it's under the ground. I can't see the clay pipe, and there's water coming up from somewhere. We're thinking that that obstruction in that pipe over there is causing the water that is making it into the pipe to leach out of the joints in these old clay pipes, because, you know, they're not gasketed. They're old, probably 50 to 75 years old, and the water is pushing out of the cracks in these tiles under here somewhere because of the back pressure. You got water trying to leave down there, but it can't. And so, path of least resistance, it's bubbling up to the surface somewhere. That's a theory. Is that a ridiculous theory? I don't know, you tell me. All I know is there is a heck of a lot of water out here. This ground right here has got 2 inches of standing water in it with grass covering it. So that's a theory. It could be a combination. The dam could be leaking right here, and perhaps over there we got water siphoning off. It's a bit of a mess. Now, we're in a better spot than we were last year because the pond is still mostly full, but troubleshooting this is not exactly easy. And so here's our plan. You guys tell me what you think. There are no leaks going that way. Basically from here across. Nothing from this basket to the firewood stack, and then kind of on the other side. As I said, we think those pipes are coming in and forking somewhere here, going underneath the barn or behind the barn and out that pipe. So at some point this spring or summer, move all this junk, take that bucket right there, throw it on a backhoe, and dig a trench from, say, the beach all the way to the wood pile, maybe just beyond it. Go, I don't know, 2 feet deep. These clay tiles are not going to be that deep. And see if we find any more pipes kind of running down this way that might support our theory. And if we run across one, we can do exactly what I did up here and pack it in with clay, sever it, and be done, and hopefully have it fixed. What do you think? Does that theory hold water? I love a good dad joke. I'm getting so good at them too. But this is ridiculous. Like, this is obviously not a small leak based upon A, how much water is out here, and B, that pond being 2 inches from full when we've had an immense amount of rain, and I know that well pump is keeping up with evaporation. So I'm curious, what are your guys' thoughts, and what would you do? Should I throw the Damn It product in over here and just see? It's a costly test. It's the easiest test, but it's not cheap. There are my duck friends. They probably want their food. I truly don't know what I'm gonna do. So please let me know your thoughts down below. I know it's different when it's on camera and you not being here to see, but hopefully I explained it well enough. I don't know. Using the backhoe is the cheapest solution, but not the easiest, making a mess of that area. Oh, here's that golf ball. It wasn't a golf ball. It was, looks like a duck egg that something got. Should have known there wasn't a golf ball out here. Why would there be a golf ball out here? Ducks lay eggs, right? But all in all, very pleased with where we're at on the pond this year versus last year. Every year it just gets a little bit better. And this setup here from RPS is a big reason why it's so much better this year. Beach could use some work. Make it expanded back a little bit too. But look how clear that water is. I'm so pleased this year with where we're starting off. And if you're curious what it costs to keep something like this going, I am going to make a video about that here in the near future. It's not as much as a pool, but between electric for the aerator, pond dye, bacteria, algicide, there's a lot that goes into it. So truly, let me know down below in the comments what you guys would do. At this point, I'm kind of walking around scratching my head, not taking any action because I don't know really where to start. The more minds on this, the better. I'll tell you what, I might go grab a pole here in a little bit. By the way, would you guys like to see a video of that? Seeing how big our fish are after 3.5 years whenever we stocked it? I'm curious. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Take care.